Okay, a structural engineer might talk a little bit about design. You know, probably there's a lot of things going on with the balconies and observation decks that would raise an eyebrow. And I'm talking about the foundation specifically. Trees shouldn't be closer than 25 feet to the foundation. Structural engineer probably bring that up to you for obvious reasons. But as far as the foundation's performance itself, I use guidelines. All the doors and windows on the bottom floor operate well enough. They do. I use a stick. It's a 6 foot level over this crack right here, and I'm looking for that, and it seems to be level. I use an AccuLevel level. Some people call them zip levels. It's engineering equipment. Home inspectors should stay in their lane. I don't think they should be practicing engineering. I don't think they should be doing foundation profiles, but I do use that equipment. So while I'm not doing specifications and calculating slope and tolerances, I am looking for guidelines. And the guidelines that I use are pretty common. FHA, no more than 1 inch and 20 feet. And most regular folks, that's blue collar schmucks, just say no more than 2 inches overall. And what we've got here is along this wall. This is the downstairs first floor guest bedroom. On this wall from here to here, it's not even an inch. Not even an inch. And then it's just a little higher. All the other measurements fall within that bracket of like 7/10 of an inch. Within the same measurements that I made, except over here, it's about another tenth. So when we're talking about 8/10, there's not even 1 inch of floor height elevation differential overall. And no more than 1 inch and within 20 feet. So, no such thing as a hard, fast rule. Hard, fast rules. Concrete does two things. It gets hard and cracks. Yeah, it's an old builder joke, but it's true. A lot of, there's some truth in that. You see this crack right here? And they rearranged. I had to rearrange some of these storage so I could see the floor a little bit, because I could even see this on line, this crack coming across here. If it's no wider than a credit card, if you can't slide the edge of a credit card in there, then that's, I've got a crack like this in my house in 1964, and it's going to be underneath my chair when I write the report tonight. And, my house isn't for sale, but just to let you know, this is a newer home. You see how the crack kind of peters out right over here, it gets smaller? All right, and I come through here, come across the wall, come back over here, come over here to the west wall, that was the east wall. And it does the same thing. So that is you should have some comfort in that. One, in the size of it. Two, in the floor height elevation differential, that it's not even, that it's not out of plane. It's not out of plane. And three, and it peters out in the end there. It's concrete gets hard, it cracks. But when it gets smaller towards the edges, that's not a problem. If it was getting larger towards the edges, then we'd start raising a few more eyebrows. It's not out of plane. It's not too wide. It's not too wide. It is here, and it'll be here, and you'll get some more too, no doubt. No doubt. But this is not a foundation problem. So, my opinion for this video, for this inspection report, my opinion is that this foundation is performing the function for which it's intended. And I'm quite limited because this is all relative to this half of the structure. This is a duplex. So what's on the other side of the garage? What's happening next door? I have no idea. I can't have any idea. I cannot and will not make any comment about next door. But as it applies to this structure, this home, this residence, this unit, my opinion is it's performing the function for which it's intended. And I'm not dissuading you from getting a second opinion. You probably be getting peace of mind, and that's worth something too. And not all engineers agree with me, so